What's going on, Bucs fans? You're watching Bucs Breakdown by Chat Sports, presented by Prize Picks. A little bit of a different setup here today. We got some new software that helps us get content to you in a different way, in a more fun way, more casual as well. So if you like the setup today, please let me know down in the comment section. Not going to be very normal, but we're trying it out, seeing how it goes. Now, today's show is going to be a little bit more about the mock draft that we here at Chat Sports did a couple days ago, where everyone from each channel, everyone is a host of an NFL channel. We did a mock draft and everyone did it live. They picked their picks and we went through 3 rounds. So we're going to talk about the picks that I made for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as the GM. And we're going to go just talk about who we got and how the fit could be with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So as you saw from the thumbnail, if you guys do your homework a little bit, the pick number 15, edge rusher out of Auburn, Keldric Faulk, 6'5", 276 pounds, about 21 years old now. I had 2 options here. It was either Keldric Faulk or Akeem Mesidor. Now, I know Akeem Mesidor has been mocked to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a lot coming up to the NFL draft. So I want to switch things up a little bit. I went with Keldric Faulk, the younger option, because we know Akeem Mesidor is 25 years old. So I went with the younger option. He was a 3-year starter at Auburn. He primarily played the 5 technique, and I kind of like the fact that he can play inside a little bit in the A gap, but he can also play outside. Now, in the 2025 season, not really that great. The production was not there, but the year before, he did have 7 sacks. So looking at the numbers side of it, you think about Keldric Faulk and you say, well, if we're taking someone at pick 15, we want him to produce pretty quickly, right? Now, I get that, but he did have that Auburn team stunk. We know that. So when it comes to picking him at 15, I understand that some people could say, hey, we don't want to take a risk at 15 with a number or a first round pick. And I get that, but he is your prototypical edge rusher. And he's big, he's strong, and he comfortably wears 275 pounds. He's long, and he's accustomed to dealing with chips, and he was getting double teamed a lot, actually. He's a great run defender, and we know last year that run defense was not good. The defense overall was not that great. But I went with Keldric Faulk because I wanted a little different look in terms of getting younger, because we get a lot of guys in free agency who are older. Alex Anzalone, Christian Roseboom, Al-Qadim Muhammad. These are all guys who are a bit older. I mean, even Nacho coming back, he's 32 years old. If this doesn't work out, we have a guy like Keldric Faulk who he's 21 years old. He could be on your roster for a while, and you take him in the first round. So you get that 5th-year option. If he works out, it would be a huge hit for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, he does have a little bit of not an average switch, but a little bit. He's not as quick off the ball. He plays very tall. So if he gets in trouble, he's getting in trouble. Now, the lack of production scares me a little bit, but he could be a good prospect that you take in the first round. And if it hits, man, it could hit. Let me know, guys. I had the option to go with a Keldric Faulk or an Akeem Mesidor. If you had the option, if you were in my shoes, if you were being the GM of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, would you go with Akeem Mesidor, or would you have gone the other route, the younger route, with a Keldric Faulk? Please let me know down in the comments section. And if you see me looking around a little bit, this is a different version of, doing a sit-down casual video with you guys. I don't have the headset on or anything like that, so bear with me a little bit. I'm going to tell you guys about our sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. Now, today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. If you don't know what Prize Picks is, it's America's #1 sports picks app, as well as mine. It's playoff time for basketball. The baseball season is fully under swing, and there is no better place to win some cash than with Prize Picks. It's America's #1 sports pick app, and it's the best place to win some cash while watching sports, which is why I've been using it actually since 2022. So if you don't believe anybody, believe me, I've been using it for a while. If you want to see my profile and my picks, you're in luck. With the new social feeds feature, you can follow me on the app at Reed Barkus to see all my lineups. I have lineups tonight for the NBA playoffs. So the app is super simple to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and lock in your lineup. For example, I have this lineup for, you can do season-long prize picks. Now, I have Baker Mayfield on the more 3,524.5 passing yards. I think he's going to have a great year with Zach Robinson, a new look offense with, maybe some new weapons if you go someone else in the first round, like a Kenyon Sadiq. That could be pretty cool. And Emeka Buka, I think he's going to have a breakout year. So I'm taking him on the more 849 receiving yards. And then our arch rivals down there in the NFC South, I'm doing the less 599.5 receiving yards for Bijan Robinson. I don't think the Falcons are going to use Bijan as well as they did last year with a new offense coming in, Kevin Stefanski. I don't think it's going to work. So that is my lineup. If you guys want to tail or fade my lineup, please do so on Prize Picks. And if you're a new user, Prize Picks has an offer for you. Download the Prize Picks app today with the link in the comments and the description and use code HMA. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Are you kidding? Don't forget, that's code HMA to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Everything will be in the comments and description of today's video. Please sign up, have some fun, win some money. Now, big and strong is what Keldric Faulk is. Now, he's long, but he's a smooth athlete. Now, I did go with Keldric Faulk only because I'm going back to my idea of, if this does not work, if we are in a rebuilding year, you know what I'm talking about, where Todd Bowles gets fired at the end of the year, you want to have guys that have a high upside. And that's what Keldric Faulk has. Now, like I said, the lack of production scares me, but this is a good guy to take in with a pick 15. Sometimes you got to swing for the fences. I think that's good. He's 21 years old. Moving on to my second round pick, I went with defense. Again, I think we need to focus on the defensive side of the ball. Last video, I did a reaction to Mel Kiper's 2-round mock draft, his final mock draft, and he had Kenyon Sadiq going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That would be a really fun pick, but I think when you get down to the nitty-gritty of it, we got to go defense. We got to fix this defense. And that's why I went with linebacker out of Texas, Anthony Hill Jr. He's 6'2", 238. 21 years old, so I'm going young, man. But like, it is what we need to do if we want to get better on defense and have a better future lined up for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, he ran a 4.5 40, where 6'2", 238, 4.5 40, okay, but the guy is a beast. He has 21 reps on bench of 225. I was talking to our Oregon Ducks host, who used to be a D2 lineman. That's 6 more than he would have done when he was a lineman. So this guy is strong. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He made an immediate impact in Austin, Texas. Very smart, got impressive size, and he brings an athletic versatility to the field that I really love. He can go side to side on all sideline, and guy likes to make plays as well. He's a good size, covers a ton of ground, man, and has twitch in his movements with really, really good directional changes. So I love that. He likes to fire into gaps with quickness to avoid blocks or bounce. So when we talk about trying to get a guy who can play Mike linebacker and play the linebacker position where he can go up in the box, or he can play and cover tight ends, running backs, but he can stop the run, which is great. Has a knack for drawing the ball loose as well. Now, I know a lot of you guys want to go Jacob Rodriguez. He was not there when I was picking. So, but if you want to talk about a guy who loves to punch the ball loose, guy like Anthony Hill Jr. does the same thing. 8 career forced fumbles, which is great. And he's got average instincts, and he's got good length, but he forgets to use it. I think he's a little too over-aggressive sometimes. He missed the final 2 games of his junior season because of a left hand injury. He's limited to 6 games in his senior year but of high school. But it's all good. I mean, when it comes to the combine and everything, as long as you pass your physicals and you don't have to get rechecked and everything, I think there's nothing to be worried about in terms of Anthony Hill Jr. So that was my pick for round 2, pick 46. Please let me know what you guys think so far of my 2 picks. And we'll get on to the last one of today's show, and that is pick 77. And I went, some of you guys might not like this. You guys, I've picked them before in my mock drafts. I think we need another possible weapon on the offensive side of the ball. You can take this in the third round, maybe take a flyer on a guy like Max Clare, the tight end out of Ohio State. 6'5", 246, 22 years old. I love the ceiling on this guy. Now, he is not the best tight end prospect, and a lot of you guys are probably yelling at me at the screen right now. Why are you taking a tight end? We don't need a tight end. We have Devin Culp. We got K. Dotton coming back on a 3-year deal, and we got Payne Durham. Like, there's no way we need a tight end. Guys, K. Dotton, yes, he resigns, but I don't think Payne Durham and Devin Culp are the future of this tight end room. I'm sorry. They could be if they develop, yes. But you mean maybe you need some more competition in that tight end room. So a guy like Devin Culp, a guy like Max Clare, good-looking athlete, shows some speed. He just needs to clean some things up. Now, what I do like about it, though, is going into Ohio State, or going into college, I mean, he was very, very underweight, and he knew this, so he did everything he could to bulk up. He's all the way up to 246 now, which I think is great. He's still got a little bit of a lean frame, but he's able to throttle down, make sharp, fluid cuts. I like him on the drag as well. He's a good contested catch guy as well. So if your guy, losing Mike Evans, trying to get another contested catch guy, Max Clare could maybe turn into and develop into something like that. Needs to get better at catching. He's got a little bit of a drop problem, as I'm saying, good at contested catches. But when it's in the third round, tight end prospect like this, you get what you get, But he was a 1-year starter at Ohio State. Now, I think his production on the offensive side of the ball, with all the targets that he was not getting really, because they had a lot of impressive weapons on the offensive side of the ball for the Ohio State Buckeyes with Jeremiah Smith. And I mean, you got Carnell Tate going in the first round. He's taken a lot of those targets and everything away from Max Clare, but I think he could be that high upside type of guy. He's 6'5", 246, feels like a tight end prospect. A lot of people similar to Dalton Kincaid. That is what the projects are for Max Clare. So those are 3 guys I took in my mock draft. If you guys like those, please let me know down in the comments section. If you have not already, make sure to subscribe to the Bucs channel, because I am making sure you guys are covered off for the 2026 NFL draft. I'll make sure we have a little content and discussion about everyone that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and like the video if you haven't already. And guys, thank you so much for watching to the end of today's video. I know it was a little bit different, just kind of sitting down talking to you guys about reacting to the Chat Sports mock draft and the guys that I took. If you guys have done your own mock drafts, please, in the comment section, let me know who you have taking. I know a lot of people are taking Akeem Mesidor with the number 1 or our first round pick. So if that's who you got, or if you want somebody else, please have a conversation with us down in the comment section. And as always, fire the cannons.